Whether it makes you laugh, cry, scream, or fly, there's a song for every emotion. We're Mike and Priya, and we talk about the songs that make up the soundtrack to your life. Because life is in the lyrics.
Chin chin, darling. Okay, Mike, I have a reveal.
Okay.
Because a reveal because you asked me why I wasn't wearing my save it for the podcast sweatshirt that I have worn before here and you commented on. So I'm like, I got to kind of switch it up. But I got something new. Here it comes, baby.
Oh, look at that. Is that vintage?
It is. It is.
Oh.
And also it's a little warm in here, so I'm going to take this off now.
Okay.
Okay.
You're such a performer.
What? No. Well, I have to. I mean,
I love
otherwise
it.
I look like a squashed,
Where did you get it?
in New York. Okay.
Where did you get it?
Welcome
In
to
New York.
Concrete jungle where dreams are made of.
There's nothing you can't do.
Yeah, but not from a vintage store.
Mm-hmm.
I got it from my goddaughter's giving
Closet.
away clothes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
she outgrew it.
Oh. Do you want to share with our little listeners a little bit of background on this whole thing? Like, why were you in New York? When were you in New York?
I was in New York for the last 2 weeks. I just got back last Thursday. And you know what? I had, as you know, and I think as our regular listeners are probably well aware, I had said no travel to the U.S.
Right, you did.
For the next 4 years, no. And then I went. But why, you ask? Why? Okay, I went because...
Why, you ask? Nobody's asking. Nobody's
you
asking.
asked. You just asked.
That's true, I did, yeah.
Okay. So I went because one of my dear friends, Scott, he was just on the podcast a couple of weeks ago. He's on a show called From, a very popular show, and it is extremely popular in Italy. So Paramount, who produces the show, Paramount Italy was having them out, a couple of the cast out for a publicity tour, and they said you could bring your wife. So they called me and they're like, we know you said you didn't want to come and totally no pressure, but here's what's happening. And we just thought we'd ask you if you would want to come and stay with Maya while we're there. And they were only gone for like 4 nights. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be the one who's not allowing you to go on an all expenses paid trip to Italy.
Right.
And they had the best time. I ended up staying there for 2 weeks because Scott had his album release party just before they left. And I was like, if I'm going to come anyways, I might as well come for that.
Nice.
Which was very awesome, seeing him perform live. I haven't seen that.
Very awesome.
It was, It was very extremely
very
awesome.
awesome.
A girl. It was like so awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him perform live in probably like, oh my God. Well, they've been there for 10 years now. So God, it's been maybe 12 years. Yeah. And it was great. It was great. Yeah. So I had a good time there. And I came back with a lot of her clothes.
Nice.
Like,
look at that. Really, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, that's enough about me in New York. Hey, Mike, do you remember this song? What goes around, goes around, goes around, comes all the way back around.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Just a wee little bit of foreshadowing for you.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you said foreshadowing because for a minute there when you did the whole I thought you were going to do the other word that you like to use.
Foreplay?
No.
Forever?
No. It's more of a Priya kind of word.
Forgive.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, actually, yes, a little bit of that. Please forgive me, God, because I've been a bad, bad girl.
What word, pray tell, what word were you thinking I was going to say?
Rhymes with foreplin.
God, you are really making this.
Yeah.
You just can't say it yourself.
I can't.
You had one. You were born with one.
Yeah.
Cut. That's enough of that.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike. Well, it's been a couple of weeks since we have been together.
I know.
And you sent me a very sweet text the other day saying, you don't remember this?
I do, but I sent you lots of texts, so I'm wondering which one.
You said...
What did I say? What did I say?
I'm trying to find it.
You already deleted it.
No, I don't ever delete your messages. I keep them as proof for when I might have to hold them against you.
I got receipts.
Oh, here it is. You said, we were talking about when we were recording, and you said, yes, we did say this weekend. You jogged my memory. Can we also do tomorrow? It would be good to get a few in, but also I miss you and would like to see you before the weekend if possible.
Yeah.
Oh, that was very sweet.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
You went to New York, as you just said.
I did.
And you had that whole excursion, and we did do a recording while you were there, didn't we?
We did not do a recording.
Oh, no, you did a recording.
I did a recording.
And it didn't work.
Yeah. The sound was not good.
Sound was not good.
We made an oopsies with the microphone.
I love that. It's like, I let you know that the sound wasn't that great and I thought that I could fix it, but there's nothing I could do. And then you're like, yeah, we realized that we had the microphone facing the wrong way.
And I should have said she realized she had the microphone because I don't know her microphone.
Yeah.
She had this really nice microphone and she put it right in the middle of us and she had tested, put all the settings properly.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until the end that she realized that it was backwards.
What was it like recording with somebody else?
Weird.
Yeah.
It was like having a guest. So let us back up for a minute. What we thought we would do was have a couple of guest hosts recording with Mike and myself separately, of course.
Another one of our brilliant ideas.
For those times when we just can't get together to record, like especially over the summer when you're away a lot and I'm not because I'm always here, but just to have some backup stuff. Why are you laughing at that?
No, it's because the way you said it is like, because you're away a lot and I'm just here.
I'm just here. I'm stuck here.
After you went on 3 trips.
Yes, this is ridiculous.
You've done international travel.
I have been away for 6 weeks of this year so far. We're in the 6th month, and I've basically been away 1 week a month.
Yeah. And our little listeners won't know that you were really away because we've been putting out episodes.
That's right. See? But that's not always possible.
Yeah.
And also, it's not always possible to stay relevant in terms of what the fuck is going on in the world if we're recording 3 weeks in advance. So we just thought we would try that. And because I was in New York with my friends Kelsey and Scott, and we've already had Scott on the podcast. We've already had Maya on the podcast. I thought we should have Kelsey on the podcast. And we had a really great topic. We will re-record it. I think it's going to be a really good episode. It was a great episode. Sadly, it didn't work out. And then we'll just pop that out on, as a surprise episode when Mike's not around one day.
Yeah.
That came out really weird. Around one day.
It almost sounds premeditated. Why am I not going to be around, Priya? What are you going to do to me?
Chirp. There we go. I don't know what you're talking about, Mike. I don't know what you're referring to.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Don't trust you at all. Well, while you were away, I had a lot going on.
Tell me, because you said that. You said I have a lot of stuff to talk about over the next few episodes.
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna save some of that stuff.
Yeah,
but
so
we've done a whole lead-in that makes it sound like I've got something really exciting to tell you. But I just wanted to tell you. No.
Okay.
This is real.
Okay.
I went shoe shopping.
Oh my God.
I know.
I'm sorry. Just a minute here.
Yeah, I know.
All
you
that
went to New York.
Yeah.
And I went shoe shopping.
Fuck's sakes, Mike. Okay.
I know.
And
but
this
listen,
is a story worth sharing?
This is something that happened in my life. You get to share your shit. I'm sharing mine.
I think there's a little bit of a difference between going out of the country.
Listen.
Okay. Continue, please.
I'm
fascinated.
What's so you've just inherited a bunch of clothes from your niece.
Okay, he's in a tizzy now.
No, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
just saying.
Yes.
How often do you go shopping?
Not often.
And
for new stuff?
Yeah.
For brand new stuff.
Or just how often do you go out shopping for yourself for clothing?
No, not often.
And shoes and boots or whatever, clothing, anything, nothing.
No, not often.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you do,
yes.
What's that experience like? Is it enjoyable?
I like shopping.
Oh, shopping's always fun.
Right.
But do you ever open up your closet and you're like, ugh, I need to refresh this.
Yes, sometimes.
I need to go and buy some clothes.
Sure.
And what's that experience like?
The experience.
Successful?
Never when I have something in mind that I need.
Yeah.
Never do I find that item.
That is what I'm getting at. Yeah.
This is going to be
so I went,
exciting.
So it's relatable.
It is relatable, yes.
Totally relatable.
Very, absolutely.
Went shoe shopping. Do you think I could find any friggin'
relatable,
shoes?
check. Interesting, gong. Crickets? Crickets?
All right. Well, we won't talk about my shoe
No,
shopping.
we gotta
then.
talk about it.
Nope.
Now they're gonna want to hear the story because they're gonna be like, "Oh, Priya's so bossy." Also, can we just mention how my bossiness was useful earlier today?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Yeah, sure.
No,
Let's
no,
toot
no.
your
Continue.
horn a little bit more. All right. Well, I'm going to tell you something else.
No, I want to hear about the shoes. Did you not
No.
find shoes?
I did find shoes, and I was feeling really good about it because I'm
Okay.
like, okay, I finally found something.
Yeah.
They fit. They're comfortable. This is great. What did I do? I wore them on my walk to work.
Okay.
About halfway to work, I'm like, these things are killing my feet. I'm like, I need to go to a pharmacy. I need to get Band-Aids. I've got blisters.
Oh, blisters.
Have not worn those shoes since.
But you
After
have to
all the
break in.
agony of trying to find
No,
things.
Mike.
And
You got to break shoes in.
I know.
You can't just go on. How long is the walk from here to work?
It's about a 25-minute
Already
walk.
wrong. Already a wrong thing to do. You don't go on a 25-minute walk in brand new shoes. And these
What
are
do you
not.
do?
Were they running shoes?
No.
Okay.
So
They're
you go
dress
running.
shoes, right? They're
Well,
dress
they're
shoes.
not. Yeah, they're kind of like dressy casual.
Okay. You got to just walk around around the neighborhood a little bit in those first.
Well, so what is this? So my lack of interest and the stress of going shopping and getting clothing, and then my idjitness about breaking shoes in. Is this age?
Have you never bought a new pair of shoes in
Do
your
you know
life
how
before?
long it's been since I bought a new pair of shoes? Actually, that's not true. Last year, I bought some shoes when we went to Haida Gwaii.
Uh-huh.
They were perfect. I didn't have to break them in. I've never had a blister from them.
That's unusual, though.
It is. Anyways, you're right. This is kind of boring.
No,
but
no.
I thought
Now
it was
I'm in it. Now we're in it, Mike.
I
now
thought it
we
was
are
a
in it.
relatable story.
It is relatable, and I'm trying to think if I have ever bought shoes that I have not needed to break in, and I think the answer to that is I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, because there's that, but there's also the relatable part is also like you look at your clothing, you look at your wardrobe, and you think, oh, I'm so sick of this, or I've outgrown these things, or why am I holding on to this? I'm never going to fit into that again. I need to go shopping. I need to get some new things.
Yeah.
And then the stress, it's not even stress, it's just complete disappointment going shopping and you cannot find what you want or what you think in your head what's going to look good on you. You're like, I see people walking around and I think, oh, that guy's got it together.
Yeah.
And then I, mental check on what they've got. And then I go and I think I'm going to find that. And then I put stuff on and I go, you look ridiculous. That doesn't fit. This isn't right.
Okay, but Mike, don't you okay, I do that too. Like I will look at outfits that women are wearing and I'm like, oh my God, that's a great outfit. But I'm quite good now at saying that's a great outfit, but it will not look good on me. Or that is a good skirt and I know it would suit my body type. Do you not have that self-awareness?
Not really.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I think it's also, I do in certain contexts, like you see a tall guy, broad shoulders, whatever, like some of the characteristics of people that are not the same as my kind of physical makeup. Yes. But guys don't have the same kind of fashion breadth options that women have.
True.
I think. I could be wrong.
I think you're right, but I feel like that is expanding now a little bit. People are being a little more playful with their fashion.
Well, there's also age appropriateness.
True.
And my own kind of sense of what
your own sense of age appropriate.
Like
right?
I'm not gonna, be wearing these ripped
Sure.
whatever like their latest fashion trend and
Yeah, I get that. But on the other hand, I kind of feel that I am being a little more playful with my fashion now than I used to be.
Yeah, like now with your ripped vintage Beatles t-shirt.
It's not ripped. Is it ripped or is it
Well,
just
it's got that kind of the finish is kind of like a raw edge.
Yeah, I guess I feel I don't know if all of my clothing is age appropriate, first of all, but I just feel like it's one of the most visible ways to express to express yourself, and it can just be so fun. And I don't know. I like to be a little more playful. Like I wear things I think that a lot of my friends probably wouldn't wear. Because, for example, Kelsey, when she was packing for Italy, like all her clothes are very, like they're real neutrals and they're very sophisticated and they're real classics.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that is not my closet at all.
No.
And when you're talking about looking in your closet and thinking you get tired of stuff that you have, I think that the reason maybe I don't get so tired is that I go to like swaps with my girlfriends 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah. See, and again, though, that just reinforces my point about the fashion.
Choices for men.
Yeah, women have more choices, like that they can do a swap. Can you imagine men doing a fashion, like a clothing swap?
I mean,
jeans and a t-shirt.
But why not? I mean, it would be like long sleeve shirts, shorts. They might have capris. They might have different kinds of pants.
Boring.
No, I think you would be surprised. Anyways.
Okay, little listeners, if there are any males out there that have ever been to a clothing swap. Clothing
Chabrina
swap?
Carpenter?
Chabrina? Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to hear that. Listen, guys, we are drinking a gin and Dubonnet with special gin that I bought.
Yes. Priya got me some gin as a gift from New York.
Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing I can't do. I put a little spin on that one.
Yeah, that was great.
A little eggs.
I am so out of tune.
Yeah, you know why? Because I am like guzzling this drink.
Yeah.
Because, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because.
Tell me why.
Tell me why. No, tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies. I'm already tipsy. Because alcohol can take up to an hour to actually enter your bloodstream totally. So I'm trying to drink it really quickly because then I'd be driving home.
Right. You're going to have to stick around for a bit.
I'm going to have to stick around.
Mm-hmm. All right. The other thing I wanted to tell you about.
Excuse me. Just a second.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's good. Go ahead.
The other thing I wanted to tell you and our little listeners about is this past weekend was Mother's Day here in Canada.
It was.
So at the time of recording.
Yes.
This past week was Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And I went out to visit my mom, as one does.
How's Vi?
She's doing well. She is doing well. And she was telling me... No.
Okay.
She was telling me about this musical bingo that she goes to.
What now?
Yeah. So it's a regular kind of bingo game.
Yeah.
But instead of numbers, they do songs. So there's a DJ that plays the music.
Okay.
And they're all seniors. These are really vintage songs. They play the music, and if that song is on your card, then you put the marker on.
Oh, this sounds fun.
And when the songs come on, when they play the songs, people they're all reminiscing, and they get up and they dance and they sing, and they have their own sort of traditions with certain songs.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You mean, for example, like if it was the Macarena, people might be start doing the Macarena?
Yes, but we're talking like my mom is 84, so we're talking Beatles.
Right.
We're talking, these really vintage songs.
Twist and Shout?
Yeah. So when she was telling me about this, she was saying how the songs really bring people together.
Yeah.
And they do it at the community center in her town. Mm-hmm. And she says that when they do these nights, they're so popular that people are lined up around the building to get in.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So it's super popular. When she was telling me about it, she was saying that people get so excited, they get up and dance. People are hugging. It's very, very social, and it's a way that really breaks down barriers.
Yeah.
And I thought that is
a fun idea.
It sounds like a lot of fun, and it's totally about what this podcast is about as well. How life is in the lyrics, how music brings us together.
Mm-hmm. And it can like take you down memory lane and just make you get up and dance and just make you feel good. And look at that, people lining up to do that. I think that's an amazing idea.
Super fun.
To get people out, out of their houses. Because, God, let me tell you, it is so hard to get my mom off her sofa.
Oh, really?
She is a lazy,
How old is your mom? She's
is
not listening
78.
to this.
She's not listening to this, but
if you listen, I don't think you're lazy.
Lazy, boring. That's what she's going to say. She's the one who taught us that.
She
boring. And anyways, it is really hard to get her to get up and move.
We're not going to be like that, are we?
No way. No way. No.
We're going to be doing karaoke till we die, motherfucker.
That damn right. Danielle was away on the weekend. She was cat sitting for a friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I was at home and I was cooking, and then I had some Taylor on. No, I was listening to, I was like, I should listen to some of Taylor's albums that I'm not so familiar with.
Oh, okay.
So I put on the Red album.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's what prompted that text.
That is what prompted that text.
Okay.
And then I was listening to it and I was dancing while I was cooking. And then Kaya came in and she sat down in the kitchen. And Toby was just standing and like walking around me while I was dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started wrestling because they didn't know what to do.
Right.
I was dancing and they were like, well, we should get into this.
Yeah.
So they were wrestling.
Oh, that's cute.
It was so funny. And then I was having my own dance party for over an hour.
Oh, nice.
Mike, for over an hour.
I love it.
I was having the best time.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. And that's when I messaged you saying, there was a lyric in one of her songs. Do you remember what song it was?
It was Holy Ground. It was from Holy Ground, where it says, tonight I'm going to dance like you were in the room, but I don't want to dance if I'm not dancing with you.
Yeah. And I was like, ah. And then I messaged that to Mike. And it's true. Then I thought, I'm going to put together a playlist of songs for us to dance to when we're at Terra.
Right. Because we are
road trip.
That's right. Road trip 2.0.
2.0.
We're going to Terra. We're going to be doing some karaoke, probably.
Probably.
Well.
Obviously. Okie dokie,
all right, well,
folks.
should we move on into our episode?
Yes. Okay, guys, listen. First of all, I am tipsy and I am going to have a good time on this episode. Okay, we have talked about second comings before, and I'm not referring to my last hookup. But hey, why?
Oh, sorry, but bump.
Yeah, it's always a good time.
Is it? Is it, little listeners? We're still waiting for those little listeners to write in
a good time
and tell us about Priya's sex face.
Oh, what were we asking them about? I never showed it. Did I show it?
No, because you on a previous episode said that you had you think you have the best sex face.
I did not say I have the best sex face.
Whatever. You think you have a really sexy sex face.
I have a sex face that I put on. I don't just let nature take its course, because whenever I catch myself being natural, I'm like, I know my face looks really ridiculous and not attractive in this moment.
Well, I think if we were to go back to the archives.
So I put on a fake face.
We'll say that you think you've got a really good sex face.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fine. I do.
Look
think
at you. You're like, yeah.
I do think I have a good one.
Oh, it's true. I do.
I think I do.
Yeah.
Do you think you do?
No, and I told them. I told the little listeners, I don't think I do.
Since then, have you thought about your sex face during the act?
Well, it always kind of slips in your mind, but I'm so into it, man. I don't think about that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about other good time Charlie stuff.
Like what?
I'm not saying.
Okay.
That's just too intimate.
And that's why I'm the one who always has to share all my dirty laundry.
Nobody's asking you to share, but they do enjoy it.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
And I'm going to continue to do that.
Yes.
Except I'm basically celibate now.
Oh, no. Let's not go there.
Let's not go there. I can't be bothered. There's so much work and they're so dumb.
We're going to be talking about our episode theme. Okay. We're not talking about your
second comings. Yeah. Let me just say, if you cannot have a second coming, don't waste my time. I'm not there just for one quick turnaround. Okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're talking music now. Tipsy Terry.
Tipsy Terry.
Yeah. You're right. We've talked about artists who have had a comeback. And this week's spin, we're talking about those that have had a comeback, but it's as a result of the kind of social media trends. It's what is happening right now in how does social media make these songs all of a sudden become more known, on the charts again? And sometimes these songs become more successful than they were when the first time around.
Okie dokie. However, I will say what I'm about to say.
What are you going to say?
Which is, ready for it? Are you ready for it? Dun, dun, dun. That I was not specifically looking at social media, songs that have made a social media comeback, But I was looking at songs that have hit the charts again years after the original. So
okay, so you didn't read the fine print.
If we look back at the text, I would like to know if it was specified that it was just, you said you got most of your information off social media, which is because Mike does a lot of doom scrolling, like a lot.
I love the way you have shifted it to blaming me.
Well, I mean, somebody's got to take the blame, and it's sure not going to be me. So,
okay, let me just read my text.
Oh God, I don't like having things thrown in my face.
For episode,
the only thing I like on my face,
shut it,
is a mask. What did you think I was going to say? Fine. Shut it. That's right. My own words. Shut. Yep. It. She's a wise woman.
And yet she's still talking. This was my text to you, my dear.
Oh.
For episode, let's do a different take on our second time around episode. Mm-hmm. In that episode, we talked about artists that had a second coming.
Agreed. Yes.
How about we talk about songs that are popular again as a result of social media trends?
Oh. Well, you know what, Mike? I concur that I did not follow the fine print.
Yeah.
And I will defer to you, my lord.
Well, we're just going to have another shit show of an episode.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We are excellent pros.
Well, what did you have on your little in your list of extensive research?
Okay, well, I had songs like Running Up That Hill.
We've talked about that.
Which they refer to as Ruth.
Huh?
I like that. Ruth, Running Up That Hill.
Oh.
Clever. Yeah.
Huh. Hadn't thought about that.
Put a lot of cha-ching into Kate Bush's pocketbook.
Yeah, I bet.
After it was featured in season 4 of Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. I had songs like that, but not specifically right now, charts that are on hit. And of course, Taylor was going to be mentioned there.
For God's sake. How could she... Anyways.
Cruel Summer. Cruel Summer was not released as a single.
Yeah, I know, but...
And Priya, then it became a hit.
But we talked about that.
Okay, well, fine.
Do you have anything new to say?
No, I do not. And that's why I defer to you, my lord.
Okay, so you have not done a ton of research at all.
Not on that specific.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I found this article from The Guardian.
Okay.
It's from 2024. And the article was titled, Older Music Has Been Getting a Second Life on TikTok, Data Shows. It was written by Dan Melmo. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And he talks...
Dan's work. He's a great writer. He's
a
great writer.
But he talks about, and I think, 2024, if you think about it, well, I guess, I don't know. How long has Instagram been around?
Oh,
like the Reels.
How long has specifically Reels been around?
Yeah, because they were more photo-based, but they kind of shifted to Reels. And that was, I would say that was probably around 2023.
2020.
Oh, okay.
Officially launched on August 5th, 2020.
Okay. And do you, in your research, does it say anything about when they really started to emphasize that?
Well, do you want to press those crickets? No. No, it does not. Okay. It just says that they expanded the length limit of it in 2021 and then again in 2022.
Okay. So a lot of things that I read, they were more Eurocentric articles, and they were talking about how TikTok was kind of like the catalyst for a lot of these trends where more vintage music or older music, not current.
What counts as vintage?
It's a real range.
Okay.
It's a real range. And I don't think they even used vintage, but it's about people that used songs from the past and then created dances or trends. Right. And then that made those songs become more popular or on the radar of other people. And they ended up getting on the charts.
Okay.
And, I am not on TikTok. Are you on TikTok?
No.
Yeah.
Our good friend Finley messaged me the other day, and she was like, she sent me a photo, like a memory popped up on her TikTok, I guess, of when I went to visit her.
Oh.
And so she sent that to me, and she was like, do you remember this? And I was like, of course I remember. And she goes, are you on TikTok? If you are, follow me. And I'm like, girl, I'm too old to be on TikTok. The next day she was like, are you on TikTok yet? Follow me if you are. I'm like, no, I'm never going to be on TikTok. So no, I am not on TikTok.
So what do you think the difference is between TikTok and Instagram?
Well, I don't think there's a ton of difference, except that the Reels feature became a feature because TikTok was so popular.
Right.
Right. So it was a way to combat
Compete.
to compete. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Should we be on TikTok? Should our little podcast have a TikTok? We can barely keep up with our Instagram.
Exactly. So, and then you have to make different content.
Do you?
You could use the same content, but maybe we should, because it's all video. And
well, stay tuned, little listeners. We're not sure. We're obviously not committed because we don't commit to anything.
No, we don't.
Other than our weekly podcast.
Yes, that's true. We do commit to each other.
This article by Dan Milmo.
Love his work.
I'm going to read a little piece.
Please do.
Try and get through this without fucking it up.
Yeah, just try to read it once.
Okay.
And you know what? Let's just do this, Mike. You're going to read it once through, and if you don't get through it, you just keep going.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. So in this article, he quotes Dr. Holly Tesler, a senior lecturer in music industries at the University of Liverpool, said that TikTok generation interest in back catalog echoes the sensibility of the 90s indies kids who might pick out lesser known tracks in order to stand out from the crowd. The easy availability of vast amounts of tracks online also allows social media users to trawl an array of tunes that was not so accessible in the past. People are looking for music that makes them appear distinct while everyone is listening to Charlie XCX, she said. There is a little bit of music mining going on and looking for something undiscovered. And when I read that, I thought, yeah, that totally makes sense. And it's still happening now. I mean, this article was 2024. We're recording this in 2026. But when you look at the reels and then you see the songs that are from, our past or, our childhood or things that we listen to.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, I totally remember that song.
Right.
Well, one of the songs that came up was like NSYNC's Bye Bye Bye.
Yes. I did see something about that online.
Yeah. And that was in part a result of Deadpool using it in the movie.
Yep.
And that they did that dance. And then that ended up in a Deadpool video game, apparently.
Okay.
And in the video game, I saw this clip where, the characters of the game all do this synchronized in sync dance to that. And then people were doing it as on their TikToks and their Instagrams. And so it just kind of like evolves that way.
Yeah. First of all, I want to commend you on getting through that reading.
I did a really good job.
Shot.
I did. Slow clap.
Because you little listeners out there don't know how much editing Mike does on himself when he's reading something. But I feel like the pressure of knowing that you only had one shot and you did it.
Did you notice I didn't look at you the entire time because I knew I was going to fuck it up even more?
Oh, okay. You had one tiny little slip up and you motored on. You motored on. Well done. Yeah. I had something to say and it's gone now.
Well, why don't I continue reading some of this?
Do that.
Tesler said her experiencing teaching a master class. That doesn't make sense. Her experiencing teaching a master class in degree. That doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm just going to change it.
Okay.
Tesler said her experience teaching a
Keep going. We are not cutting that out. People need to know the truth.
Tesler said her experience teaching a master's degree in Beatles, which I thought you would love, showed how for younger music fans, the age of an artist's discography is irrelevant. The course included people who were over 50 and under 30, and there were very few in the middle, she said. The Beatles fans who are younger, they don't really see a difference between listening to the Beatles and Taylor Swift or Harry Styles. They see the Beatles as a contemporary music.
Interesting.
So again, I thought that was really fascinating because when you think about these artists that are creating music, it may have been popular. Like some of these songs that have been trending, they were like, NSYNC was a huge band in the 90s.
Yep.
But a lot of younger kids may not really know who they were
Right.
or not be familiar with their music. Social media is taking these artists, some of them anyways, and their music and giving it new life.
Yeah.
And obviously new revenue streams, but also kind of putting the art, the craft of music in a different light, in that, like, when these artists have been recording their music, it's recorded and it's out there and it's there for eternity.
Right.
But if no one's listening to it, it's kind of like if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there, does it make a sound, or whatever that saying is, right?
Yeah.
So I found that particular part of the article really interesting, because I'm thinking, oh, okay, well, these artists have created this music and they may have had their time in the spotlight, and that has come and gone. But having that new lease on life, it's like, oh, yeah, it's actually there and it still has something to offer.
Right. That is, okay. So now I remembered what I was going to say, which was when you were talking about, kind of youth looking for things that are different from what everybody's listening to. I wrote an article in the wine industry for this publication probably about 4 years ago, talking about how millennials were really bringing back a lot of lesser known grapes.
Oh, yeah,
Because they didn't want to drink the same old Chardonnay and Cab Sauv that everybody's drinking. They wanted new experiences. They wanted something unique.
Right.
So I think that's just part of youth. Like, you want something, you want to kind of rebel against what everybody's doing.
Right.
Right? And also made me think of Maya, my goddaughter, who called me up a couple of months ago and was like, "Hey, Auntie Priya, I'm just calling to see, I want to come and see you in the summer, and I just wondered if you would want to go see Bryan Adams, because I've been listening to him a lot lately." And I was like, "What? Where does he have new music out?" And she wasn't. If he does, she wasn't listening to the new music. Her favorite song is Heaven, but she just loves his music.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, she's discovered this artist that really hasn't been in the mainstream pop kind of culture for at least 10 years?
Yeah, I don't know if he's
I know
done
he's
anything
had
new.
some albums, but I don't think they've really kind of cracked the top 20 or anything.
Do you remember a couple of weeks ago we went to karaoke?
Yes.
And do you remember that little kid that was there?
Yeah.
And he was singing all these
All
older
these
songs, and I said to him,
by little kid, you mean he was 12?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, how do you know these songs?
Right.
And he's like, oh, I might just listen to the radio. Like, really?
What stations is he listening to?
I don't know. Even when I talked to his moms, they were like, we have no idea. I have
my
no
God.
idea how he knows these songs.
I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is something about that. It just seems so cool to those of us who actually lived through those eras of music.
We've become our parents.
We've become our parents, but it's like, but in a way it's like, you guys recognize good music.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of kids who just listen to whatever's on the radio now and don't have... Mike just shot his hand up.
I'm terrible for that, like I do. And I don't really listen to the radio, but I am a sucker for the pop charts.
Yeah, but so am I. But I mean, we also have that breadth of like decades of musical history knowledge, or just having lived through all these decades. Coincidentally, I had one of my staff members at the island. She's, I think, 25. She was telling me about how she's trying to catch up on a lot of classic movies.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, yeah, like what? And she goes, oh, like Breakfast at Tiffany's and Dirty Dancing. No, and The Breakfast Club. And I was like, first of all, those are not in the same decade.
Breakfast at Tiffany's and The Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, wow. But
yeah, but
I
The
guess
Breakfast Club is like 35 years old.
This is what I'm saying, is that I realized that is 35 years old.
It's like someone taking a dead fish and smacking us in the face.
Yeah.
Every so often saying,
like,
you old motherfucker.
Yeah.
You
are
old.
not 35 anymore, even though you think in your head that you are.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I dress the way I do. Maybe in my head I still think that I'm that age.
Well,
let me ask
that's
you
right.
this, Mike. What age do you feel?
Oh, that depends on the time of day.
Okay.
When I'm getting out of bed?
No. Just in your everyday life.
Oh, just in general?
In general.
That's a hard question to answer, because I don't think of it in terms of an age. but I know where you're going. Like, I know what you're trying to ask. I think so. What I think the easiest way for me to say is I don't think of myself as a 57-year-old. That's
Oh
what I
my God.
don't think
Every
of
time you
myself
say
as.
that age to me, I'm like, I don't believe that.
Yeah.
But let me ask you in a different way, because when we were some of my girlfriends and I were at Terra for New Year's Eve, and one of the things we did was one of the girls said, she said, "Okay, what is your actual age, and then what is your spirit age?"
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I was like, "Oh, that is like how do you how do you feel inside?"
Yeah.
You know, and so when it came to me, I was like, I think my spirit age, like I think I'm a perpetual 16-year-old
Oh,
in my spirit.
yeah.
And there was one other category she had, I don't remember, but that was a little older. I think it was like, I think I said like, I feel like I'm 30, you know, I feel like a 30-year-old adult, but my spirit in terms of kind of my mentality and my sense of humor and stuff, I think is trapped at 16,
It's 16.
which tells you a lot, folks.
Yeah.
I mean, it tells you a lot. So if I ask you
All the little listeners are going, oh, yeah.
it makes so much sense now.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense. But so if I ask you that, Mike, like how old does your spirit feel? And then how old do you feel just in terms of like, if you say like, I can't believe I'm 57, but what age do you think you're locked at?
I'm somewhere in the 30s.
Yeah.
I'm locked in the 30s.
Yeah.
My spirit age, I'm probably around, well, again, it depends on the context, but it's in that younger demographic for sure. It's certainly not in where I'm at right now.
Right.
And that's in
But
large.
younger in what? Like, do you mean younger in like your college years? Do you mean younger in your teen years?
Again, it's like I'm having a hard time separating the
I know
context.
it's a weird question, but it's a fascinating kind of question, I thought.
Like in certain contexts, I feel like I'm more of like a mature, in that mature kind of decade. So late 30s, early 40s.
Okay,
You know,
let me.
some experience, but not cranky, crusty old man.
Right.
And then in other contexts, and mostly, I would say, in social contexts especially, I'm probably more in my mid to late 20s, early 30s.
Because I was going to say, for example, when you and I are at Terra, when we were at Terra last year, and we were just doing our own thing.
Yeah.
How old do you think you felt at that time?
Yeah, well, I'm like that's the late 20s, early 30s. Here's the thing I'm also feeling challenged with is who decides and where's the rule book on what you're supposed to feel like at a certain age?
That's a great question.
Like there's no that I know of, and little listeners, if there is something, please send it our way.
Yeah.
There's no rule book that I know of that you're supposed to act and behave this way at this age. There are certain things that happen in our life that are markers at certain ages. You get your license, you're able to drink, you know, whatever. But I think a lot of this is self-imposed.
I agree with that. Yeah. Yes, that's a good point. I think.
Okay, can I just say one more thing?
Please.
I think it's self-imposed, and I also think it's a tool that we use to articulate and also kind of explain or excuse certain things about our behavior.
Okay.
So I'm a goofball,
Right.
right? Like I am kind of a goofball. And there's something about being 57 and also being allowed to say I'm a goofball that I like that balance.
Right.
You know, I'm not like the other cranky old 50.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I am, but I'm not like a, you know, boring 57-year-old all the time. I still have that fun part of me. But if you really think about it, who's to say that 57-year-olds can't be fun?
Yeah, that's a good point. But I think
Yes, and
yes, and like even when I said like I feel like my spirit is 16, but when I was 16, I don't think I was this free.
Well, no, because you didn't have the life experience. You didn't have
Exactly.
context.
You didn't have
weren't,
confidence either in yourself. Like
Yeah.
most 16-year-olds, and I think even now, like are not super confident
Well, what do
or
you know
super
about yourself?
comfortable in their skin.
You don't have life experience.
Right.
Part of what the privilege that you and I have is we have life experience that can put into context some of the crap we've gone through or the things that we've questioned about ourselves or we didn't really know about ourselves. We now know about.
And so I think I would maybe qualify what I previously said. Oh, I'm slurring. Fuck. What I previously said about feeling like my spirit is 16 by saying I feel like my spirit is 16 with the wisdom of
Right.
my current age.
Yeah, yeah.
Like now I feel like my spirit is that 16-year-old who wished she could be so free and could be so like uncaring of what other people thought. And I think in some ways I was, but not completely because, you're in high school and it's hard to not care what people think. And when I see what my goddaughter who's 16 is dealing with at school and stuff or just the
Yeah. But Priya, also,
just
sorry
the
to interrupt.
dynamics though.
Sorry to interrupt, but the situations are so different, right? I mean, every day teenagers go to school in this potentially toxic environment where you're being judged and all of that stuff. What do you and I do? We might go to work, but we're not interacting with people that same way.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right?
That's what I'm saying is that I feel like now I can embrace sort of that inner 16-year-old and really let her be so free and uncaring of what other people think. Like, I don't really care what people think. I do care if they think that I'm a bad person or a mean person. Like, I don't want to come across that way, but I don't care if they think, why is she wearing that t-shirt or why is she wearing those, that outfit? Like, I don't care. Like, or she should not be talking like this or, like whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like I have that, that is the beauty of age and life experience. Yeah, while everybody is chasing youth, I'm like just chasing my inner child and I'm not really chasing youth, if that makes any sense. Like,
holding on to it.
Yeah.
Holding on to that good stuff. All right, well, back to the music.
Oh, right. This is a music podcast.
Music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me some of the other songs that are on your list.
All right, well, I actually didn't have a list of songs because I found these articles and I was like, well, this is really the kind of stuff that sparks interest for me, right? So there was that article, there were those blips of the article that I just read.
Okay.
There was this 2025 article that was titled, Has Social Media Improved Pop Music? It's by Silas Owens. And do you want to hear?
Yes.
Okay.
Has social media really improved modern music?
Has social media improved pop music?
Pop music, okay.
And so this one clip from this article, he says, Senior Arts Administrator Alex Peters explains the impact of social media on pop music. The rise of social media, especially TikTok, again with the TikTok.
Right, with the TikTok.
Has really changed pop music where there's a much deeper saturation in the market and there's just so much more music. A lot of popular music in the 2010s was backed by record labels and very thought out and intentional, which I think was good in its own time. But I feel like so many people can relate to pop music more now because there's so many more niches that can, and people that can, can relate to pop music now because there's so many more niches and they can see themselves in the artist. And so the article goes on to talk about how record labels were kind of like the gatekeepers and the middlemen. They were the ones that were deciding what was going to be played, how the music was going to be created, how it got released, who got to see it, and when. And with social media, people can just create music and post a video of them with whatever it is that they're creating at whatever stage that song is being created.
Yeah.
And when you think about some of the artists that are kind of like that came out of social media, like that Alex Warren guy.
Right.
I mean, that guy was trying to be a serious artist and get record labels to pay attention to him for years. And it was social media that ended up grabbing that attention and catapulting him to where he is now. And he's doing these massive arena tours now.
Right.
Backed by a record label.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And I remember reading a little bit about him and his song Ordinary, which is probably the only song that you guys might recognize from him. But that song has been a huge hit.
No, he's got his new one, or the
Well,
more recent one.
But that song has been on the charts.
Like a freight train to the chest. Da da da.
Okay.
You don't know that one?
I don't know. Maybe if I listen to the actual song. We'll listen to that after. But his song has been on the charts for like 2 years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so many record labels passed on it because they said it was boring. And somehow...
Was it too ordinary?
It was too ordinary. And yet the people spoke.
Yeah.
And they identified with it. And they made it a hit. I do think it's amazing how many artists become huge off of TikTok because it's not a platform I'm on. So I'm completely kind of blind to that whole aspect of things. But we discovered an artist on Instagram who we're going to see very soon.
Yeah.
And I did not know he's from Toronto.
Yes, he is.
So little Kevin, I don't know how you pronounce it. It's Kavan.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say Kevin.
Yeah, sure.
But he's playing at the Drake Underground. We're going to see him on May 29th, I believe, the Friday. Very excited to see him because
We're going to be the oldest people in the room.
We're going to be the oldest. We're going to be the chaperones. I don't care. Again, my 16-year-old will come out and she'll be dancing away, and yours will too. But this kid, I discovered him because when Taylor released her Life of a Showgirl, he put out a video adding a rap.
Yeah.
A rap. What do you call it? A rap verse to The Fate of Ophelia.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my God, what is this?" And I sent it to you, and then he kept coming across my feed. Pardon me, drunk. And he has all these amazing raps that he does for tons of songs, and they're totally on point.
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't just add rap to the song.
That's
though.
True. He makes his own.
He kind of like reorchestrates the music as well. Like what is it? Not reorchestrate. He kind of reorganizes. Rearranges. Yeah.
He rearranges the music.
Yeah. Like, have you not noticed that?
Well,
like when he's doing his rap segment, he's rearranged some of the music to
because he's
really
got to make space, right, for his rap. Yeah, but his raps are also like they're intricate and they completely relate to the lyrics of that song. It's so shocking and
that's
amazing.
Gonna be interesting. Yeah,
I can't wait to see him, and I was so proud when I found out he was from Toronto. Yeah. And we just found out. I think he just posted last week that he got invited to Universal Music. So this kid is probably going to be doing some big headlining tours in a very, very short time.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll be able to say...
I think he's in high school too, isn't he?
He looks like
he's so young. Yeah.
Yeah. But
we are
talent,
going to be the
man,
oldest.
talent.
All right. Well, do you have any songs on any list that are about this particular theme?
Not specifically about social media.
Okay.
However, there was the song Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield, which originally came out in 2004, but it was prominently featured on the movie Anyone But You. It's a really, actually quite funny rom-com with Sydney Sweeney and, oh my God.
You got to put your glasses on.
And Glenn Powell.
Yes, yeah.
Have you seen the movie?
No, I haven't.
I resisted it for so long because the trailer just looked like so stupid.
It just looks terrible.
Ugh, it does, but he is such an incredibly charming actor. But the more I see of him in interviews, he is fit, but he loves movies, and he's just so charming because he actually loves the medium. And so I watched it, and I was like, okay,
was it good?
Actually a pretty good movie.
Because apparently that song is played a lot in that movie. Yeah.
Yes, it is integral to the story arc of the characters. It's a good one. Yeah.
Well, there were a lot of songs that came up in my extensive research, but one of the links that I thought was really interesting is that Spotify actually has a playlist of songs that relate exactly to this theme.
Really?
Yeah. Some of the songs on this list, Pretty Little Baby by Connie Francis.
I saw that on the list somewhere, and I was like, I don't even know that.
Pretty little baby. Okay, I'm totally out of tune. But and Connie Francis just passed away. But apparently, her trending and that song trending, she was kind of, I think I read something where she was the oldest female artist to hit the top 100 ever. Like
What?
because that song is so old, and then it became a trend on TikTok or whatever, and it hit the charts.
Huh.
Ordinary, of course. That's not an old one though. A lot of these are new ones, actually, now that I go through this list. Actually, I feel really bad because I said, oh, yes, Spotify has this list. But when I look at these songs, a lot of them are like more newer songs.
Huh.
Well, that's disappointing. I should have spent more time reading this list. I read a couple of them and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. They had like Connie Francis. They had Bye 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 by NSYNC. And then a lot of these, well, some of them, actually, I don't really know what they are.
You know, one song that came up to me when you mentioned this idea, not from any research or anything, but it was Hold On by Wilson Phillips.
Oh,
remember that was featured in the movie Bridesmaids?
Film. Yeah.
That was a song that is more our time, and it's maybe a little cheesy, but it's kind of a beautiful song about just holding on through the tough times.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you think we should do? Should we wrap it up at this point?
Well, I think that the only last thing we have left to do is for you to just tell them how to contact us.
That's right, little listeners. Thank you for that segue.
Yeah.
Thank you for that introduction. Little listeners, you can contact us. Tell us what you think about this episode. Obviously, we didn't go through a long list of songs, but what songs, especially for those little listeners that are, 30 and now over? What songs from your past are trending or have you seen in the charts, resurgence in the charts? And what was the trend? Let us know. You can do that by writing to us at lifesinlyrics@gmail.com or
sliding into our DMs
on Instagram. That's The Little Podcast.
That's right.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to this episode, and you will catch us next Wednesday.
That's right. You will.
Bye.
Bye.